We begin this half hour with small businesses hoping for a merry and bright holiday shopping season as they kick off Small Business Saturday. That is today. And ABC's Deirdre Bolton is here with more. Hi, Deirdre.
Good morning. Well, according to American Express, 9 in 10 consumers believe small businesses are essential to their community. More than 80% of consumers say they plan to shop small this holiday season.
From retail to restaurants to activity centers, these are some of the businesses that likely make a part of your community.
I could still go down the block to a store that's owned from a Jamaican family from when I was 4.
This year, business owners say it's more important than ever to support them.
It can be difficult in these times for small business owners.
Between managing supply chain issues and competing for workers, small businesses are also trying to make up for lost revenue from last year when many had COVID-driven closures.
The delays, the amount of times that things get held and how long it takes for stuff to get shipped has really, really affected me. I've had hat releases get thrown back maybe 6 months because production couldn't be done. Even worse, the price of shipping goods has increased tremendously, maybe like 3 times.
Kirsten Gesdal owns 2 local shops in Brookings, South Dakota. She says she's been able to manage her inventory so far, but has another specific worry.
This year, I feel like I'm actually a little bit more nervous because there has been so many warnings about people shopping early. I'm nervous that they turned to online shopping or big box retailers and aren't considering the smaller businesses like us.
To be sure, American Express estimates that spending locally keeps an average of 67 cents on the dollar in that business's community.
I feel like keeping the dollar within the community, it kind of gives everybody a chance.
One pro tip, we tend to think of shopping local as shopping in person, but you can also shop small online. Sites like Etsy and others feature lots of gear from small businesses. Rachel.
Big day. And joining us now, Isabel Guzman, the head of the Small Business Administration. Welcome. And we know small businesses have been really hit hard by the pandemic. What's the situation right now, and what do you hope Small Business Saturday and the rest of the holiday season will accomplish?
Well, we've seen that our small businesses have had to pivot and adapt during COVID. There's still uncertainty ahead, and so now more than ever, it's important that we support them. They really drive local economies, they hire locally, and the money that we spend there stays in those local communities. And so Small Business Saturday is all about making sure that our beloved small businesses can stay afloat, and we can make sure that they get a big percentage of the holiday spend this year. And I know that so many of our small businesses need that extra push and support from all of us. They don't have the big ad buys that the larger businesses do. So Small Business Saturday is about celebrating them and making sure that everybody remembers to shop small, dine small, entertain with local small venues so that we can drive our local economies.
Really the backbone of our country, and time is running out for businesses to get that COVID relief funding from the Small Business Administration. Are businesses that need that money leaving it on the table right now? What do they need to know?
Well, throughout the pandemic, the federal government has been here to support our small businesses through the SBA, and there's still relief available through our disaster loan program. It's called COVID EIDL Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, and we have seen record numbers of small businesses coming in for those loans and for those who are eligible for the additional grants that come with that program. Through the end of the year, businesses can apply for loans up to $2 million, and these are patient, long-term loans for 30-year terms and 3.75% interest rate that allows them to defer payments for 2 years, as well as make those payments on debt that they need to, or use it for working capital or other expenses for their businesses. So we do hope that all those businesses who still have been hard hit by COVID and in need to recover are able to access these funds and contact us at sba.gov to get those dollars in to support their businesses throughout this time of COVID.
So many are still looking for those resources. What kind of help could be expected down the road? We know the new infrastructure law is now in place. Build Back Better has passed the House, still awaiting to get through the Senate. What can people expect?
Well, the bipartisan infrastructure deal will just be a record investment that will help small businesses because they depend on our transportation infrastructure to get their customers, to ship their goods to customers, as well as they depend on broadband, the digital main streets nowadays. And so the investment in broadband will really drive businesses forward. There are more micro enterprises and businesses that have broadband. So there's great excitement with those investments. And the Build Back Better agenda specifically, if passed, also will make great investments in the SBA so that we can expand our lending opportunities for businesses, as well as increase that training and incubation and acceleration that our businesses need to make sure they have better, successful outcomes. So we're really excited by those investments, as well as those investments through Build Back Better in our workforce. Small businesses employ nearly half the private workforce. They create 2/3 of net new jobs. And so having a skilled workforce that's ready and able to work will be really critical. And so this bill, of course, would include investments in healthcare and childcare that will help our small business workforce as well and benefit them in the long run.
Thank you so much, Isabel Guzman, for joining.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.